So today I like to show you how to input a list of users as a custom dimension to be used as a filter for your report. So to start out with, let's build our dashboard or report. So let's start by adding the username. And then let's add some measures like number of applications, events, and then the total bytes, and then uploaded, downloaded, and then you can select which measure you like to sort the data by. So in this case, I selected total bytes, so all of my data will be sorted by total bytes. Once that's ready, you can add additional filters like application or category. So for example, you might want to exclude any consumer or social apps. And you can add it from here, from the list, drop-down list. Once that's ready, you can also start adding the list of the users you have. So for example, if you have an exported list of users, you can copy that. Come over to the user list script and just put it in the input users column. So taking the resulting column, it gets wrapped in the expression. Let's copy that over to our Explorer. Add custom dimension. Paste. Making sure you delete the last string so you can close out your expression properly. And let's name this watch list 1. Notice that there is a limit of 49 users that you could add per filter. So to kind of get around this, you can add additional list users by adding additional dimensions. So for example, let's add another 49 users. Let's name it another filter, watch list 2. Save it to data field and let's add it as a filter. Make sure you select these as yes. So yes, we want our result to be based on these lists of user. And make sure you remove it from your data field so it doesn't show up in your final result. And just keep in mind that the row limit is 5,000 rows to have a visualization. But if you were to export this result or send it, you could get the full list of data. So for the sake of the demonstration, let's keep it low at the top 20 results. And let's run it. And keeping it as table, let's just change the legacy so then we don't have the bar. Once you're done with that, let's save it to our personal folder. Let's name it watch list. Users by total bytes. Let's add it to our folder. And then coming over to our personal folder, it should show up. Okay, let's select it. So now you'll notice that we only have the top 20 results. From here, you can start using this report, or you can drill further into the results. For example, if you want to look at the top user by total bytes, click on the events. It'll actually populate the full list of data, breaking it down by the exact timestamp and the application accessed by this user. And again, let's try sending this result. I would recommend send or reschedule over download just because if you have a very large data set, it will take a while for this data to populate and download. But if you send, it will send to your inbox when it is ready. So let me just show you the settings for this. Make sure you select CSV. So you're going to have more than 5,000 rows of data, so make sure that you select one of these raw data formats. And coming down to advanced options, it's very important that you select all results instead of results in table. Otherwise, it will just show the top 20 rows or whichever limit you've set it as. And then I would deselect visualization options just because you have a large data set, it won't have any chart anyway. So and select format data values because you want to see gigabytes for the data movement. So once that's ready, click on send. Depending on size of your data, you could expect this to show up in the next 5 minutes or an hour, depending on how many rows. And again, max number of rows is 500K. All right, now I like to show you a different way of just slicing and dicing into this data, just to provide you with a different view of it. Go ahead and remove number of users and then number of applications. Coming over here, let's add the application. And then for that, let's add number of users for measure instead. So we switch them around in terms of the type of data. And now let's run it. Of course, you can set the row limit to anything from 5,000 to 100K. Keeping in mind that 100K won't give you a visualization like this. So once you have that ready, why don't you go ahead and kind of browse through this list of apps and see if anything that caught your eye. For example, if there was an unsanctioned cloud storage app like Dropbox, that might be worth investigating. So these could tell you what the users were uploading into the Dropbox. So again, you can further explore from here or download the results if you wanted to show this as an individual report. So that is some quick ways to visualize and get a full list of data based on custom list of users that you can import.